Bad news out of Tennessee the other day. Jordan Thomas done for the year. That was their starting nickel star position, kind of a hybrid for them. DB was already going to be a big question on this team. They were replacing basically every starter back there, and this was a guy that they thought they could depend on. He's done, so they're going to have to either juggle that rotation or they're going to have to start multiple underclassmen, and that's what fall camp's for. Obviously, still got 3 weeks of it, but that's the bad news. And I don't think in any world people expect Tennessee to have some top 10 passing defense. But they do expect potentially Tennessee to be able to score and score in bunches. This just means they may have to instead of choose to. Nico Iamaleava pushing the ball down the field really well in fall camp. I know they put out a lot of clips of it, but that's been pretty consistent from what we've been told in practice. Offensive line feels good with this team. And so when you go back and you think about spring football and you think about questions we had then, theoretically, a lot of the questions you have in spring should still exist in fall because they haven't played a football game yet. But as you get more work with the guys you're going to go to war with in the fall, your staff starts to learn things. If you got half-decent sourcing, you can talk to people who can feed you information that, hey, we like where we are here now. We still don't like where we are there now. The one thing that I think in a lot of the preview magazines that's a big question with Tennessee at is offensive line. And I've told you several times now, they're not terrified. They're not keeping themselves up at night about their situation on O-line. They think they'll be okay there. But the other thing that they're really emphatic about, and we saw it when I was over there in the spring, is the size and the speed and the just overall physicality of this team. Looks like a college football playoff team. That's all I'm saying. Looks like one. That means nothing more than it means. But in the past, we'll look at these preview magazine ranking, college football playoff odds type lists, and, I'll be around at a lot of campuses, and I know what Ohio State looks like. I know what Clemson looks like. I know what Bama, Georgia looks like. Then you may go to Tennessee, and you may say, they don't look like them. Well, they haven't. Could still compete, but just you don't have the same caliber of athlete those other guys do. Tennessee, I would say this is the first time in a long time where the caliber of their athlete doesn't really look like it takes a back seat. Now, it's not on par quite yet, but it's not taking some distant back seat. So that's good news. Now, that's not how you win football games. You win football games, execution, situational awareness, and whatnot, and you can have the biggest, baddest dudes in the country. If you got the 120th best pass defense in the country, you're probably not going to achieve at a college football playoff level. So we're going to keep an eye on that.